I would have to say that the three main focuses for Star Wars Episode 9, at least to me, is of course exactly what will Rey's third lesson be in the movie, Kylo Ren's endgame, and exactly how both J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio will be treating the character of Luke Skywalker. This is Mike Zero here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as we all witnessed toward the very end of The Last Jedi, we witnessed the destruction of the Skywalker lightsaber that once belonged to Luke and Anakin alike. Now, it was split in two, and we were left wondering exactly what's going to happen with that lightsaber, and exactly what kind of saber will Rey have in Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the description including Luke Skywalker, Rey, and her new lightsaber. Specifically, a description of Rey in front of a stone hut, very similar to the one on Occ 2. She stands on a cliff, however, no water or ocean is seen in the background, indicating this could be a new or similar planet to Occ 2. In her hand is an object similar to her staff, however it looks different in design, with more ridges on the grip. On top of the staff is an ignited green blade coming from the staff on top. In front of her is Luke Skywalker, most likely in the form of a Force ghost. The next goes over Rey, walking closer to Luke as he hands her something. The object is obscure but appears to be a clear kyber crystal with no color to it, suggesting the construction of her lightsaber at this point is still ongoing. Now, I wanted to focus in on a couple pointers here involving Rey and her new lightsaber in Episode 9. We do know that both Disney, Lucasfilm, J.J. Abrams, and crew, they are toying around with multiple different ideas and concepts for Rey's new lightsaber in Star Wars. Now, we do know that one of the original designs for Kylo Ren in The Force Awakens was also going to be a staff-like weapon, where one side was red and the other side was blue. Though that did not make it to the final cut of the movie, he got the traditional crossguard. Now, with Rey in Episode 9, it seems like her staff itself that we have seen in The Force Awakens and in The Last Jedi, mind you, a staff that she has used to fight multiple individuals, including Luke Skywalker, will be converted into a double-bladed lightsaber, most likely. Now, in this description, it doesn't go over the other side of the staff, just the top part igniting a green blade, indicating that maybe, and just maybe, Luke Skywalker is going to lend her parts from his actual lightsaber on Occ 2 to be able to convert her staff into a new lightsaber. Now, that's just my idea of exactly why her lightsaber would be green, and I don't know how that would really, make fans feel if Rey essentially borrows parts from Luke's traditional green lightsaber. It kind of seems like it wouldn't make too much sense. I feel like that it should just be, at the very end of the day, if she's going to convert her saber, or should I say her staff, to a saber by using Luke's green lightsaber's parts, she might as well just take his lightsaber at that point. But I guess, to sell toys and to do all these different things for Rey, she needs a new lightsaber, so Disney has that on their hands. Now, with Rey as a character, I think that the staff only makes sense, and it does line up directly with this. If you look at The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, we do see her amazing skills with the staff. I mean, she's pretty much flawless with it, right? We saw her use it on Jakku, we saw her use it against Luke Skywalker, she's used it in other instances as well as in other forms of canon, like in the books and the novels and stuff like that. So that's one thing. The other thing is that I believe that this staff has a bigger, larger story behind it that we don't know about. And a lot of people have been thinking that maybe this is the staff that once belonged to Darth Plagueis. We do know that apparently Darth Plagueis is going to have some connection to Episode 9 to a certain extent. We're not quite sure of how significant that really will be, but could you imagine if she, all this time, was holding the object that once belonged to a Sith Lord? Now, as far as the staff being converted to a lightsaber, how do you guys feel about this? Are you up for that idea? Are you not up for that idea? Because to me, the fact that Disney and Lucasfilm are toying around with multiple different ideas of how Rey's lightsaber should be constructed and developed and shown to the audience in Episode 9, tells us that they are trying to do something very unique in order to not only sell toys, but also in order to make it stand out. I think that she needs something innovative, something very much unique to her fighting style in order to go up against Kylo Ren's crossguard lightsaber. Again, we have seen the advantage for Kylo Ren against Finn, where he pins him against that tree. All he has to do is simply turn the hilt clockwise or counterclockwise, and essentially the side part of the hilt just goes into his shoulder. So he's got that advantage, all he has to do is pin somebody down and kind of just injure them a little bit in order to slow them down. With that being said, I think that Rey has to step her game up here and really do something unique and something that can combat against a crossguard lightsaber from Kylo Ren. As far as it being green, not only does this parallel Luke Skywalker from Return of the Jedi, but it also signals that she is on her way to becoming a Jedi Knight. And that is one thing that I think would be as a parallel to that of Return of the Jedi. And ironically, this is also the final film of a Star Wars trilogy, much like Jedi. So I would really love to hear your opinion about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.